Supernatural has been on the air for over a decade now, and the show has garnered quite the reputation for having an active, or aggressive depending on who you're talking to, fanbase. The show itself also has a complex relationship with its fans, and nowhere is this more clear than in how it handles the aspect of fandom we all know as shipping. This is Shipper's Guide to the Galaxy, and it's time to delve into Supernatural and explore the ship known as Destiel. Shout out to Isis Gill who wanted to hear more about this. Supernatural is a show centering around the Winchester brothers and their various quests as demon hunters. Destiel is the pairing of protagonists Dean Winchester and Castiel, an angel who has taken a human host and resurrects Dean from hell in his first ever appearance in the first episode of Season 4, Lazarus Rising. The connection between these two characters was instant, aided in no small part by the fact that Supernatural had very few recurring characters who were not the protagonists, Sam and Dean. As such, the pairing known as Wincest, that of the pairing of the demon hunter Winchester brothers themselves, was the most prominent in the fandom. Castiel appears at the beginning of Dean's first redemption arc as at first a recurring character and eventually a main one. Their relationship begins with Castiel as an aloof yet caring guiding force and eventual companion who needs aid of his own. At a time when the brothers were at odds, Castiel slips into the role of being there for Dean and of providing him with that ever-important person to care for. His elevation to full cast member in Season 5 only aided their connection, as did his newfound fish-out-of-water storyline as he began to experience life in his human body, much to the delight of fickers everywhere, and smutfics abounded. The intensity actors Misha Collins and Jensen Ackles bring to their roles is no small part of why fans gravitated towards the two of them as a couple. The pairing soon became so popular it became known as an OTP, or one true pairing. This was aided through the LiveJournal popularity of their first fics ever posted there, Lazarus Falling by Rivcat and Up From Perdition by Vainchan. This ship is so large the ship name has its own definition entry on Urban Dictionary. However, this ship has a unique quality that not all can claim, that being that the showrunners and actors are entirely aware of it, and because of this, they occasionally play into it in a practice that is known as queerbaiting. Queerbaiting is defined as a term used to describe the perceived attempt by canon creators, typically of television shows, to woo queer fans, but with no intention of actually showing a queer relationship being consummated on screen. Supernatural has long enjoyed the occasional tongue-in-cheek or wink-at-the-camera moment where it acknowledges its fans, such as there being supernatural fan fiction within the show's canon, not to mention the fan convention episode. However, some feel that rather than this being in good spirits, this conduct is exploitative of fans and the LGBT community in particular. As a group already experiencing a lack of on-screen representation, this will they, won't they flirtation goes from cute to problematic. Supernatural is full of jokes based around the idea that Dean is bisexual, and Collins, who plays Castiel, admitted that showrunner Jeremy Carver told him to play Cass like a jilted lover. Yet despite this, when Dean is talking with Marie, the in-canon creator of a supernatural musical, he is skeptical of her work, eventually allowing it, stating that, "You have your version, and I have mine." Many fans view this as the show's attitude towards fandom in general and are annoyed that they will dangle Destiel before them but insist the interpretations are up to them. Hence the show has been rendered problematic for many viewers who would prefer more organic writing rather than being baited into a ship. Paradoxically, it is for this reason that there are so many great canon Dean and Cass moments to choose from, and not all of them are bait moments either, even if they do play off traditionally romantic tropes. The two complement each other and have seen the other through every kind of situation, literally to hell and back. Fiction and art is nuanced and varied. With so many jumping on points, I'm tempted to do an episode on the most shippable moments. Bitter Cass from the future meets optimistic past Dean, anyone? So aside from the queerbaiting, are there any reasons not to ship this? Well, there is the whole he's an angel aspect for Castiel, hence genderless and supposedly not overly inclined towards human sexual activities. However, Castiel is lacking many of the characteristics typical in angel portrayals, and the show's representation of Christian doctrine ranges more in the realm of the mythical than the theological. However, there are those who prefer their relationship in the realm of bromance or friends, and the fights in this fandom over what the true OTP are fierce, developing into what are actually known as fandom wars. This can make being a fan of Destiel sometimes difficult depending upon which community you are currently participating in, which is unfortunate because everybody should be able to ship what they want. Even if you don't ship Destiel, it's still a fun romp of an on-screen relationship, and in its non-pandering queerbaiting moments, it's heartfelt and touching. Are any of you guys Destiel shippers, or does another pairing float your supernatural boat? Also, does anyone want or need the most shippable Dean and Cass eps? I'm talking to you people who may have fallen off the show but still love this couple, because I will do that for you if you really want it. Finally, does queerbaiting make you angry? Answer all this and more in the comments below. This was Shipper's Guide to the Galaxy. Thanks so much for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, stay tuned, for there are as many ships out there as there are stars in the sky.